chirpy offseason, is the highest paid receiver on the team, and he's doing nothing so far for San Francisco. Well, 49ers legend Steve Young, who's got something to say all the time, says missing all that preseason time is the reason Brandon Ayuk is struggling. Here he is.
Brandon needs to look it in the eye. Like, I'm sure there's things, maybe the plays haven't been called for him as much. Maybe there's some things, odd things that happen on certain downs where he wasn't the primary when they thought he would be. But in the end, the full measure of what's happened, Brandon needs to own it. Like, I've come back, I missed the camp, and now I'm not, it's not happening. So I have to take that on myself. There's no blame other than yourself. Own it.
That's right. He's totally right.
Niners screwed this up.
Well,
I should have traded him way back before the draft.
I will say they drafted 2 wide receivers. So you were clearly unhappy with the noise. So then move off the noise.
Man.
So now I think if Pearsall had that incident, that near tragedy, and he hasn't quite been what we think, apparently he hasn't been in regular. I mean, he got banged up early. Then there was the awful.
He got shot.
Yeah. So he was banged up early in camp.
Yeah.
That hurt, shoulder injury, which is reoccurring. And then he had, the incident in San Francisco. So this year's just a throwaway year. But my take is they made a move in the draft signaling we see noise coming, we're going to move off it. And they didn't. They doubled down on Ayuk.
So Ayuk has 11 catches for 119 yards through 3 games. I think Juwan Jennings eclipsed that last week against the Rams.
Yeah, and
Jennings is good.
And we like Ayuk. I like him a lot.
As a player, yeah.
I don't know him as a guy. I like him a lot as a player.
Everything I've read about him as a guy and heard and seen the contracts, that's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, same here.
I don't need that,
yeah.
Less drama, right? I know you like kind of drama kings, right? Don't you? Like all these.
I'm okay. You have to be driving wins, revenue, rating. You got to be driving stuff if you're drama. Once the drama outweighs the reality of what you're creating. Like, I like Randy Moss, but Belichick's like, I'm winning trophies with Deion Branch. I'm not. They moved off Randy. Randy got unhappy. They moved off him, and then they won with Edelman and Gronk. So I'm not anti-Randy Moss. He's one of the best players I've ever seen. But if they had 2 Super Bowls, if they beat the Giants, then I'm going to pull up with more.
That's fair. I would counter that more people respect or thought that Randy Moss team was better than any Deion Branch team the Patriots ever had, right?
That's sweet. Where's the trophy?
I mean, they went undefeated in the regular season, I know you did.
So that makes the loss even more disappointing.
Lost in the Super Bowl, but...
Okay. Seems like it matters to me.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
My standards, I guess, are out of whack. Winning.
Let's go to another receiver to wrap it up. Justin Jefferson, excited for the Packers-Vikings game, especially his personal beef with Jair Alexander. The last time these guys were healthy, Alexander held Jefferson to 15 receiving yards and then hit the gritty in his face. Justin Jefferson, of course, made the gritty pretty famous in the NFL because he's a damn good dancer. Justin Jefferson's talking trash back to Alexander.
He likes to do that stuff to get inside someone's head. I'm not really tripping on that. I'm going to just get back by grittying in his zone. So I'm not tripping on it at all. I'm excited for the matchup.
I like this game. I don't have a pick yet. Do you?
I just want to watch the game.
Yeah.
I did not put this in Blazing 5. I can't wait to watch the game. There's 2 schools of thought. Jordan Love hasn't been playing, and now he faces arguably the best defensive coordinator in football.
Who likes to blitz.
And he just hasn't played. And he may not be 100%. The other school of thought is Minnesota's really good at home. Now you're going to Lambeau. Going to be a little regression. Sam Darnold can be reckless. Green Bay's taking the ball away like crazy. So to me, you can sell me on when you can sell me on 2 outcomes, I stay away. I could see Green Bay getting to Sam. He gets a little reckless. Or I could see Brian Flores driving Jordan Love nuts. He's throwing stuff out there, and the young receivers, Jordan's been inactive. I can see both outcomes. I don't have any conviction on this.
It is interesting. Vikings undefeated, and they're 3-point underdogs on the road against a team with a hobbled quarterback.
For the record.
It's one of those,
For the record, and it's weird, underdogs are crushing this year.
They're barking.
So last year, favorites won, meaning the fans won last year. Fans won last year. The books are winning this year.
The fans are broke right now.
Fans are not doing well. Even last night, Dallas was the better team, and I lost by half a point.
See, this is why the early in the week betting stuff.
Yeah, but Blazing 5, I don't get to do that.
Well, we need to maybe have an amendment.
You know what? You and I, from now on, Blazing 5's on Monday.
Well, I think if Monday you come out and say, I bet the Bears and the Cowboys at this line, lock it in. You can't do all 5, but you can do a couple.
Ryan, let's vote on that. We got 2 that agree with that.
Yeah, it's done. It's fast.
And Ryan, buzzkill Ryan's like no good.
No, I mean, if you could come out Monday and say, hey, I'm already taking this and here's why, I think that counts.
Ryan just said in my ear, the segment is for the fans, not the sharps. I got to be honest with you.
No, it's for you.
Sharps put money in my wallet.
The fans aren't going to stop tuning in because you lock in on Monday. Maybe we'll drive up the Monday number more.
How about I get 1 pick a week to lock in? A new segment called Colin's Locking It In Early. J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
It figures the Cowboy kickers hitting 94-yard field goals. And last night, to win the bet, it looked like he aimed. It's like me with a golf shot. I'll hit a bad golf shot, and I'll be like, well, yeah, that's where I was aiming. I didn't even have my feet right. Anyway, I'm not bitter, really. TD, Tutty, in for 6. Touchdowns matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. They don't care how you score them. They just love their touchdowns, and they're delivering. If you want to place your first bet, make it simple. Betting a player scoring a touchdown. Go to the app, DraftKings Sportsbook app, 90 seconds, all it takes. New customers, all you have to do is bet $5. That's it. And you will get $200 in bonus bets. I won't go through all the numbers for the radio audience. It did not faze Mahomes or Josh Allen whatsoever. So this is true. When you get a star quarterback, any receiver drama, move him out of the building. Demanding a contract a year early, move him out of the building. Even Brock Purdy, and he's not Mahomes or Allen, even Brock Purdy, he doesn't have Debo, Christian McCaffrey, and George Kittle. Juwan Jennings, I'm fine. It makes me wonder if San Francisco made a mistake going with Brandon Ayuk, because once Kittle, Debo, Christian, and Jennings are all playing together, why'd you pay $27 large a year, whatever you paid? I'm just going to remind you, Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl. He didn't have a superstar receiver. Patrick Mahomes' last 2 didn't have a superstar receiver. The best receiver Tom Brady ever had easily was Randy Moss. No trophies. Drew Brees won Super Bowl. Marquise Colston. He had a receiver much better later in his career. Couldn't get to the Super Bowl. Eli Manning's Super Bowl. One of them, it was Mario Manningham, and in the other one, the biggest catch was by David Tyree. I am not saying receivers don't have value. I want a dude, but he can't be a diva. If the quarterback is special. Now, if you have Tua, Tyreek Hill is necessary. If you have Dak, CeeDee Lamb is necessary. If you have, I love Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins, but Justin Jefferson feels necessary. But I'm looking at San Francisco with Brandon Ayuk, and Brock Purdy looks pretty damn good. And they've got McCaffrey and Shanahan and Debo and Kittle and Jennings, and they just drafted 2 receivers. I'm just saying, Stephon Diggs isn't even in Buffalo still, and he doesn't even live there. They're still asking Josh Allen about it. Like, the one position college is furnishing in the NFL at an accelerated rate is receiver. And the one position where you get the most noise in the NFL, look at the offseason of San Francisco and Cincinnati and Dallas. They've all been a little disappointing. I know, Cowboy fans, you loved that win last night. All been a little disappointing. Just something to point out. If you are in an industry and you have a position and you're making a lot of noise, and that position is one that college graduates are coming into your industry at an accelerated rate, you may want to chill out a little bit. You may want to be more of a team guy, not go scrub your social media because things aren't working out the way you planned. But I'm looking at all these wide receivers. I'm looking at this kid from Florida State Buffalo has. That dude is a baller. I'm looking at Malik Neighbors. That guy's a top 10 receiver now. When's the last time you got a left tackle and you're like, within 3 games, you're like, yeah, it's a top 3 left tackle? Even Aiden Hutchinson, the kid from Detroit, the pass rusher, it took a year. I covered Warren Sapp. It took a year.